that she might not have actually carried her babies, one or both, that they may have used a surrogate. Trust me, because I'm neck deep in all the news around these two.
Megyn Kelly is no stranger to controversy, but this time, she's coming for Meghan Markle with one of her boldest claims yet. The Duchess of Sussex faked her pregnancy. Yes, according to Kelly, the entire royal baby bump saga might have been more Hollywood than Kensington. On her SiriusXM show, Kelly didn't hold back, calling Meghan's maternity photos staged, her baby bump suspiciously shifting, and the public narrative carefully constructed PR. And just like that, the surrogate rumors are back on the table. Now let's rewind a bit. Ever since Meghan was first spotted cradling her bump like it was an Oscar trophy, the internet had questions. The bump appeared to grow rapidly, sometimes changed shape overnight, and in one viral clip, it even looked like it folded when she sat down.
That belly looks very abnormal. It looks very strange. If you look up close in the video, and I encourage people, look at this.
Fans and skeptics alike raised eyebrows, but the palace brushed off the whispers. Fast forward to today, and Megyn Kelly is reviving that chatter, echoing what many online truthers have been suggesting for years. Was it all an act?
All this needless speculation that exists, that they rent their kids, that the kids aren't theirs, that like all these sorts of things that have stemmed from her wanting to play games with her pregnancy.
Kelly, who's become a kind of anti-woke commentator and royal critic, says the math just isn't mathing. Where's the hospital footage? Why was the birth so private? Why no public debut like Kate? She asked her audience. To her, Meghan's ultra-private labor and the lack of official medical confirmation leave too many open questions. Even Prince Harry's vague answers during interviews haven't helped shut down speculation. There's more transparency in a Netflix documentary than there was in that birth, Kelly quipped. But what's truly fueling this fire? Let's be honest, this isn't the first time Meghan's authenticity has been questioned. From her wedding tears, did Kate really make her cry? To her ever-evolving origin stories, critics argue Meghan has a habit of dramatizing moments for maximum sympathy.
The Sussexes' widely derided dance film is hard evidence that the manipulative Ms. Markle used prosthetic moon bumps to fabricate both of her phantom pregnancies.
So, when Kelly says Meghan scripted the pregnancy narrative, people listen, especially when even British press insiders admit there were unusual secrecy measures surrounding Archie's birth. Of course, there's no concrete proof Meghan used a surrogate. That would require someone from the inner royal circle to break the code of silence. But Kelly knows exactly how to stir the pot. It's Hollywood meets Windsor, she said, and when you mix those two worlds, you get performance over truth. Whether you believe it or not, one thing's clear: Megyn Kelly has reopened a royal can of worms. And if Meghan thought those surrogate rumors were buried, Kelly just handed the internet a shovel. Just when you thought the royal drama couldn't get any juicier, Kelly hits the gas with a new twist. Not only was Meghan Markle's pregnancy allegedly fake, but Kelly claims the timing of that growing baby bump was no coincidence. In what she calls a masterclass in PR manipulation, Kelly suggests that Meghan's bump made its biggest appearances when public sympathy was at an all-time low. Let's break it down. Around the time Meghan was facing heat over rumored staff mistreatment and those Duchess difficult headlines were dominating the tabloids, something magical seemed to happen. Out she came in a body-hugging gown, glowing with maternal bliss and a bump that looked just a little too perfectly positioned. According to Kelly, every appearance felt choreographed. It's like the baby bump knew when the press cycle turned ugly, she teased, half joking, but not really. And then there's the infamous bump cupping. You know the one. Meghan walking, standing, even mid-conversation, always with both hands dramatically resting on her stomach like she was shielding royal secrets. Kelly's take? It wasn't maternal instinct, it was a media moment. She knew the cameras would pan right there. She even went as far as to say that Meghan's team probably had a calendar marked with which trimester would trend best during which scandal.
Oh my gosh, of course. Happy to be here.
It's not just Kelly throwing shade here. Online sleuths have documented every bump fluctuation with the obsession of CSI detectives. Photos side by side show stark differences just days apart. One week, the bump looked enormous. The next, barely there. And let's not forget the viral clip where Meghan sat down and her stomach seemingly folded. Yes, folded. Meghan Stan's cried camera angle, but critics weren't buying it. Kelly simply added fuel to that fire, calling it the royal yoga mat moment. Timing, Kelly argues, is everything in royal life, especially when you're trying to win over a skeptical public. And Megyn, a former actress, allegedly knew how to milk the moment. You're telling me the most press-shy couple in Britain suddenly wanted full belly-on-display photo ops at every turn? Please, Kelly scoffed. She was performing motherhood, not living it. Again, no hard evidence exists proving Megyn wore a fake bump, but that hasn't stopped the speculation, and Kelly knows it. Her accusations aren't courtroom ready, they're tabloid dynamite. And in today's media world, that's almost more powerful. One perfectly timed photo, one suspicious angle, one slow news cycle, and boom, the surrogate theory gets a second life.
Evidence in support of the surrogacy rather than the pregnancy, the bump moves weird. It just does. Okay, there's really no way around.
Is it paranoia? Is it palace intrigue? Or is Kelly just saying what many quietly suspect? Whatever it is, one thing's for sure. The strategically timed bump theory just became the latest obsession in the never-ending royal reality show. If you thought the Bumpgate drama was dramatic enough, Kelly just raised the stakes. She's now suggesting that Markle didn't just fake a pregnancy for PR optics. She claims the entire pregnancy may have been a cover-up for a secret surrogacy arrangement, one carefully orchestrated and protected by the palace itself. Yes, you heard that right. According to Kelly, the House of Windsor may have gone full Hollywood and helped Meghan Markle script the role of a lifetime pregnant duchess. And this isn't just Kelly running wild. She's connecting dots that for royal conspiracy theorists have been blinking red for years. Let's start with the absolute radio silence from the palace during Meghan's pregnancy. No official hospital name, no confirmation from royal doctors, no iconic post-birth hospital steps photo like Kate Middleton. Instead, a mysterious photo call days after Archie was born, in a shadowy hallway where Meghan looked freshly styled rather than post-labor. Kelly's question is simple: why the secrecy? Then there's the royal birth certificate. While it did list Meghan as Archie's mother, eagle-eyed critics noticed inconsistencies in the way the form was filled out, so much so that Meghan and Harry later amended it. That sparked an entire subculture of online sleuths who believed the document was altered to cover something up. Kelly didn't name names, but she strongly implied there's more to that paperwork than we're being told. And let's not ignore the biggest red flag of them all, the folding bump. Yes, it's back! That viral video of Meghan sitting down and her stomach appearing to collapse like a deflated yoga ball. Kelly referenced it again this week and asked her audience the million-dollar question. If Meghan was using a surrogate, wouldn't the palace have every reason to protect that secret? No matter how elaborate the deception, Kelly even floated a wild theory that palace aides might have been pressured to play along. You don't think they rehearsed those photo ops? You don't think someone was tasked with bump duty behind the scenes? She joked. Kind of. But that's the thing with Kelly. She delivers these claims with just enough sarcasm to let them linger in the air like scandal-scented perfume. The palace, of course, has never responded to any surrogacy allegations. Meghan and Harry have always maintained that she gave birth to both of their children naturally. But in Kelly's view, the lack of transparency has created a conspiracy vacuum, one that gets filled with speculation every time Meghan steps into the spotlight. Is it all nonsense? Maybe, but in the world of royals and ratings, perception is everything. And thanks to Megyn Kelly, the idea of a palace-backed pregnancy cover-up just got promoted from fringe gossip to full-on media firestorm. After weeks of reigniting the royal pregnancy conspiracy, Megyn Kelly has officially crossed into no-holds-barred territory by bluntly asking the one question the palace has never dared answer. Where's the actual proof Meghan Markle was ever pregnant? That's right. Kelly, never one to tiptoe, has demanded receipts, ultrasounds, hospital records, something. Because according to her, all we've ever seen are photo ops and carefully curated bump moments, nothing that screams confirmed birth in royal fashion. On her Sirius XM show, Kelly doubled down, asking, if Meghan really carried Archie, where's the hospital footage? Where are the medical professionals? Why is everything sealed tighter than Fort Knox? And look, she's not entirely wrong. Compared to Kate Middleton's perfectly documented pregnancies, Meghan's journey was a black box wrapped in mystery. There was no post-delivery hospital photo on the famous Lindo Wing steps, no publicized royal OB/GYN team, no visible baby monitors or bustling nurses. Just Meghan and Harry emerging days later in a dim hallway, cradling a suspiciously calm baby and smiling like they just stepped off a spa retreat. And about those dim hallway pics, Kelly's theory? They wanted it dark so no one could see the truth. Subtle? Not exactly, but it's classic Kelly. Blunt, bold, and built for clicks. Adding fuel to the already raging fire is the timing of the announcement itself. The Sussexes didn't reveal Meghan had gone into labor until after Archie was reportedly already born. The timeline makes no sense, Kelly said. They skipped the build-up, skipped the hospital scene, and skipped over every moment where you'd expect confirmation. It was like a baby just appeared. And in the vacuum of details, the public imagination runs wild. Let's not forget the surrogate whisper network that's been humming since 2019. Royal Royal watchers with eagle eyes and YouTube pause buttons have pointed out every odd angle, every wardrobe change that seemed more like a costume switch than maternity wear, and now, with Kelly dragging it back into the spotlight, those whispers have turned into full-blown questions. Questions like, was Megyn actually ever pregnant, or was the entire ordeal an elaborate palace production? To be fair, Megyn and Harry have never wavered in their stance. They maintain she gave birth naturally, end of story. But Kelly's not buying it. "We've been told to just trust what they say," she said. "Well, I'm not in the business of blind trust. I'm in the business of facts, and I want proof." So far, Buckingham Palace has remained mum, but if Kelly gets her way, that silence may no longer be an option. Because once you start asking where the proof is, it becomes the question no royal press secretary wants to answer, and the one conspiracy theorists can't stop repeating. Just when you thought the royal pregnancy whispers couldn't get louder, Kelly zooms in on a detail that even casual fans noticed, but never dared say out loud. Megyn looked way too perfect after giving birth, like red carpet ready perfect, and Kelly, never one to bite her tongue, is calling it out, loudly. "Where was the sweat, the swelling, the exhaustion?" she asked. She looked like she'd come from a glam squad, not a delivery room. Let's set the scene. Megyn and Harry's first post-baby appearance came 2 days after Archie's birth, not outside a hospital like Kate, but in a shadowy wing of Windsor Castle. Megyn appeared in heels, a pristine white dress, and glowing like she'd just stepped off the set of a skincare commercial. Her hair was flawless. Her makeup, picture perfect. And that classic new mom fatigue? Nowhere in sight. Now sure, some moms bounce back quickly, but Kelly isn't buying that explanation. Even supermodels have that post-birth puffiness, she said. This wasn't just fast recovery, this was zero signs of childbirth. She also pointed out how Megyn's waistline appeared slim and her face looked unbothered, sparking questions from both tabloids and eagle-eyed royal watchers. Add to that the oddly calm baby in Harry's arms and the staged feel of the whole photo call, and suddenly Kelly's doubts don't sound so fringe. Critics argue that the Sussexes had plenty of time to prepare for this moment and could have easily curated every visual element, from Megyn's outfit to the lighting, but Kelly's take is more suspicious. "It felt scripted," she said, like the goal was to present a flawless image because the real one never happened. Online theorists quickly jumped in, comparing Megyn's appearance to past royal moms. Kate famously stepped out with a visible postpartum belly and hospital wristband just hours after giving birth, earning both praise and sympathy. Megyn, on the other hand, emerged looking like she'd been on a wellness retreat. To Kelly, that contrast is everything. One looked real, the other looked rehearsed. To be clear, there's still no confirmed evidence that Megyn didn't carry Archie herself. But Kelly's point isn't about proving a lie, it's about questioning the illusion. She wanted to control the narrative, Kelly said, but when you try to look too perfect, people start asking if it's all just makeup and mirrors. In the end, Megyn's picture-perfect postpartum glow may have been just that. Picture perfect. But in the world of royal drama, even a flawless face can become a red flag. And with Megyn Kelly demanding answers, what was once a glossy photo op is now Exhibit A in a scandal that refuses to fade. Fake or not, let us know in the comments down below.